What's going on, guys? WadeOnAHookah back. Today I've got a very special review for you. Today I'm going to be reviewing the B2 Hookah.
To bring the light and he did.
B2 Hookah is a hookah that's made and manufactured right here in the US of A over in LA. It features a stellar modern design while maintaining the aspects of a traditional style pipe, i.e. just a straight stem. So the hookah from top to bottom. On the top you've got a stellar tray which locks into place, prevents any wiggling around horizontally, and it's kind of a unique tray in that it has two layers. The top layer, it's kind of vented so you can press coals on top of it and there's still airflow going underneath of them, so your coals won't black out on the bottom like most trays where they're just sitting right on the tray. But there is half of it that has that option where if you do want to just set it on the tray, you can certainly do that if you would like to. The body of the B2 is actually modular. It comes apart into 3 different levels. There are 2 body pieces like this that just screw right onto each other, and it's very beefy threading. Nothing I'm ever going to be worried about cross-threading at all. Today I'm smoking it on the number 2 level, which is my personal favorite. You can go shorter if you want to at the level 1 or the level 3 at the full height, which all 3 of them smoke amazing. It's just, it gives you a little bit more preference on how high you like your hookah and how long you want your smoke to be traveling down the downstem. So also on the body of the stem you can see there are little slits. They're called a heat vent. It basically, how it breaks apart, that extra space allows air to escape from the stem, and it lets your whole entire stem, even though it's made of a high quality aluminum, it's still gonna stay cool to the touch throughout the session. Like right now it's not any warmer than it was when I put the coals on the bowl. So that's kind of a neat thing. I don't know how much practicality it actually has, but it is something I noticed. Like if I grab my Starbuzz USA stem while I'm smoking, I can definitely tell that it's warmer because I'm smoking. With this, it's noticeably just room temperature, and it's not going to get any hotter or colder unless you have ice in your base or something like that. So kind of neat there. I'll let you decide for yourself the functionality of it. For me, I don't notice a huge difference. My smoke's never too hot anyway, but that's also because I can pack a decent bowl. The purge on the hookah is absolutely stellar. It is absolutely, hands down, the best purge I've ever used. It's not loud either. Here you go. But it easily dispels all of the smoke throughout the base, whether you're using a jumbo base like I'm using today, a genie base, a trumpet base, or just a standard bell base. All of them are going to be purged one breath, no problem. The purge is fantastic, and it comes apart easily for easy cleaning. I mean, that's one of the coolest things about the whole hookah being modular. Everything comes apart, so it's extremely easy to clean. You have no excuse to not clean this as much as you possibly can. And because it's made of aluminum and it's anodized aluminum, cleaning it is amazing. Like, I'm talking zero ghosting. Like, even on some of my Starbuzz USA stem, just for an example, I still, even when I run hot water through the stem, I still notice that there's some ghosting, whether it be minute or what have you. It's still there. This, it's just metal. Like you can smell that there's hot metal after running hot water through it, but that's not something that's going to impact your sessions at all. So you're going to get a clean and crisp session regardless of what you do with this. The hose for the B2 Hookah actually doesn't require a grommet whenever you use it. It comes with a special hose, which is absolutely one of my favorites on the market. It's made of silicone, but it's a very lightweight and pliable silicone. It just slips right into there, and since it's machined, it's perfect, so you don't have to worry about it falling out. It's going to be snug, but not too snug where you can't get it out. It fits in there perfectly and provides you no airflow loss because of that, so absolutely stellar in that department. The downstem for the B2 Hookah is actually removable, just screws right out, so that makes it easy for cleaning and whatnot and easy transportation. But it also has a threaded bottom of the downstem, so you can actually screw the B2 Hookah diffuser in, which is far and away my favorite diffuser on the market. It's made of anodized aluminum, so you're not going to get any flavor ghosting on it whatsoever, like some issues I've had with the Star diffuser because it's silicone that will maintain some of whatever flavor I'm smoking. So those don't last forever. This is going to last me forever because it's anodized aluminum, and I don't have to worry about it holding on to old flavors. So it's absolutely stellar in the ghosting department, but it's also whisper quiet. Like, I'll show you right now. Here's a clip of the B2 Hookah with the diffuser on. And here's one without the diffuser on. So as you can see, the B2 Hookah is very quiet when you have this diffuser on, and even without it, it's not super loud. It's nothing quite like a Sheikah, which, nothing against Sheikah, it's just a very loud hookah. This is, while it does have a very wide gauge downstem, it's not something that's loud. It doesn't have a stupendous rumble by any means, which isn't a bad thing. It's not really a good thing, it's just kind of a thing, I guess. So speaking of downstems, this is not the widest downstem on the market. I believe Regals are still wider, but it is very wide, but you don't get any flavor loss, and it doesn't feel like it's an airy smoke either. Like with some, I'm not a particular fan of glass hookahs in general because I feel like they're a little too airy in the draw for my personal preference. With this, I have absolutely zero issues. I still feel that hit, so I still know I'm smoking, but I don't in any way feel like it's airy whatsoever. So it's wide but not airy, which is why I'm not a huge fan of Regals, is because I feel like those are a little too airy for my personal taste. This is not airy, but it's not restricted by any means either. And why I like a wide gauge is because when you have a wide gauge downstem, it's much easier to restrict the draw than it is to open up a draw. Like, I can put more water in the vase if I want to restrict the draw, but if I want to unrestrict the draw, it's just not a thing. You can't really do it without altering the hookah itself. So with that, I don't really have to worry about that because I have a wide downstem. If I want to smoke a little bit more restricted, which I don't know why I would, but if I would want to do that, I could just put more water in the vase. So it's nice to have that option rather than not have that option, just in my personal experience. Take that for what it's worth. So I've told you all of the pros to the hookah. I don't really have any cons for it. The only con that I could even, like, I'd have to point it out is that the hose isn't perfectly snug in the hookah. Like, this is a machining error from what I've heard, but it wasn't like this falls out a little bit during the stem, so sometimes I just have to tuck it in a little bit. And that's me nitpicking. Like, I've had this hookah for almost 3 months now, and I've smoked it in just about every session that I use because it is my daily driver at this point, along with a few others, but this is primarily what I use the most of. So that's me nitpicking, and that's me saying this is the only thing that I can find wrong. Other than that, take all the other information aside, this hookah smokes like an absolute dream. It is, in my opinion, one of the best smokes on the market. I mean, I haven't tried every hookah on the market, to be fair, but from every hookah that I've tried, which is, I mean, Regal, Starbuzz, Shisha Bucks, Sheikah, KMs, you name it, most of the bigger names I've tried at this point, I can say without a doubt that this is my absolute favorite. And there's nothing much more to say. I mean, it is a fantastic hookah. The price is a little high, so if it's not something that you feel like you need to spend your money on, then don't. I mean, I'm not going to tell you it's something you have to have. I'm saying that it is my personal favorite. And while it's my personal favorite, it might not be your personal favorite. It's all personal preference, and that's what makes hookah such a unique hobby, is that it's all personal preference. So take that for what it's worth, just my opinion on everything, but this is an absolutely stellar hookah. It's got everything that I look for in a hookah and then some. It goes above and beyond everything that I could want, and I have basically no complaints about it. It is what I smoke every day. It's what I'm going to continue smoking every day. So with all of that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please drop them in the comments below. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Happy smokes, guys.